Chat, I want you to rate the plot of this movie. How believable is it? Like, if I was to make a movie with the following plot, would it break your immersion, right? So in the comment section, go from 0, non-believable, to 10, extremely believable, okay? So imagine this. Imagine that there's a kid, which is, according to his lawyers, so high on autism that he can't actually partake into a trial. Like he's being sent to court over hacking into the Nvidia company, but due to his autism, his lawyers considered that he would not be able to stand trial. So the judges go like, yeah, no, that's reasonable, right? So basically, like, you have this kid which can't string many sentences together, right? Like this is what we're talking about. But he did manage to hack into Nvidia, and while under police custody, while under police protection, inside of a hotel room, he uses the TV remote, a mobile phone, and an Amazon Fire Stick in order to hack into Rockstar. And this is the person that is responsible for the leak trailer of Rockstar. How believable is this story? Like, if this was the plot of a movie, would you guys consider it possible, impossible? It did happen, chat. Like literally everything that I have said happened. Apparently, this individual wants to get back out and hack again. So the judge is very concerned because he also stalked a lady online. And she decided that potentially, for the rest of his life, he's going to spend it in a mental institute, in a hospital, until doctors say that he is not a danger to society anymore. Like, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he uses the EKG from the hospital to hack into the Pentagon or something. Like, look. I have done med school. We're not trained for this shit, okay? Like, the idea that someone has a impulsive hacking disorder. Like, no. Alright? Like, we don't... I will tell you what happens, because, like, the community notes were like, well, it's not for his entire life. It's just until... Yeah. Sure. When you're a doctor, and you're dealing with such a case, like a person that's a potential danger to society or to himself, if you think that the person is rehabilitated, you get to sign off on that. You use your own name in order to sign off, and you say, yeah, like, this person is healed, rehabilitated, allow them to return to society. If that person does something bad after you gave that signature, you can be in potential trouble. Not legal trouble, mind you, but you can be under investigation. Your doctor license is removed. So with that in mind, how likely are you to sign that these individuals have been rehabilitated? Not to mention, like how good do you think hospital life is for these individuals? Like, if you're locked up between four walls, what does that do to your psyche? What does that do to the psyche of a person that suffers from autism, right? So this is what most people are upset. It's like a company like Rockstar being ass-hurt over the trailer being leaked. It is ending up with the punishment for, a person that's underage to potentially face their entire life behind four walls. But I will do a little bit of victim blaming here. I understand that you shouldn't. Like the morality says that I should never blame the victim. But I want to blame these companies. Who the fuck is in charge of their security? Like, unironically, do they hire the best of the woke? I mean, I can see that you have video games that are coming out, especially this year, which are broken at launch. Like, this is something that I wouldn't have understood 10 years ago. Like, what do you mean they're broken at launch? Like, they literally do not work. Like, 10 years ago, computers were much more diverse due to the fact that computer components were more expensive than they are now if you adjust them for inflation. And there were people that weren't upgrading their computers for 10 years or more. So you had like a wide array of hardware on the market, and yet games would come out on a DVD. And for some fucking reason, it actually worked to almost everyone that was meeting the minimum requirements. But now you have games that do not work from day one. And the question is why? Well, the people who make them are fucking incompetent. That's why, because they're the best of the woke. And when you lower your recruitment pool to the very fringe, radical demographic of people which are woke, you end up making shitty product. So if we are to assume that you have like shitty product in terms of storytelling, bugs, game design, and all of this other nonsense, then when it comes to internet security, why wouldn't that be the case as well? So to me, it's shocking because like in the news, they're talking about these super hackers that were teenagers, like the age of 17 and stuff. And I'm thinking like, okay, so you're telling me that multi-billion-dollar corporations do not have the resources and money to hire their own teenagers? Like, I do understand that when it comes to these types of things, is the skill of the hacker that's in question, you know, like just how good he is. But it should also be the skill of the company, just what type of security they're having. So the question is like, why am I upset about this? Like, why do I care, right? Because this is like the thing. It's like, why do you care? Does it affect you? Does it affect you? Are people getting shot across the street? But does it affect you? If it doesn't affect you, you know, like this type of morality that's like very American in nature. Like, it's the health of society decay. Well, how does it affect you? How does it affect? I'll tell you how it fucking affects me. When you make an account to these games, which are now online only almost exclusively, like almost gaming as a service seems to be across the fucking board, right? And you give them your password, you give them your email, you give them your username, and I then get to see that a 17-year-old kid manages to hack into them using a Fire Stick, a TV remote, and stuff. Doesn't that piss me off a little bit, you think? Like, shouldn't that make me wonder? It's like, okay, these people have my private data. Like, they want my private data in order to play their games. How secure is it? Is it possible that someone may get my private information, and if they do, what else do they have access to? And this is why it's upsetting, right? And this is why it should look bad on these companies that are being embarrassed by what appears to be teenagers. And the thing is, like, you're looking at them, it's like, oh, it's like, they're part of the cisgender heteronormative patriarchy. We shouldn't hire them. No, we need to hire from the woke pool. How do you feel about Hillary Clinton, sir? Do you respect her? Oh, then welcome aboard. How much do you hate our customers? Do you hate them a lot? Are you vocal on Twitter? Oh, perfect. In charge of security. You know, like, this is the mentality that I'm willing to bet is happening. Because I do talk to people who work at these companies. And I know. Look at Harvard. Fucking Harvard. They have a plagiarist in charge. How do you think that happens? Fucking corrupt institutions, right? And the problem is, it's like, it's okay when the marketing team is corrupt. And maybe, like, if the developers are corrupt, they're making, like, bad products and whatever. But when it's about security and your personal information, to find out that a multi-million-dollar multinational corporation is being embarrassed at this level, it is concerning, I would say. Hire better people. How about that? Hire based on competence. The fact that this isn't even discussed in the media is very bizarre, isn't it? It's like hearing that a 9-year-old went into a bank and ended up with bags of money. Like, wouldn't it raise the question, like, what type of security does that bank have? They have my money in it, like that. Anyway, right, let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.